Today we're doing 10.2 finding arc measures, and please try to watch this video through the end because it actually covers a lot of different concepts. So let's start by having a circle down on your notebook. Then we'll start drawing the center point. So let's say here we have center P. Then we just draw two segments. We can call this A and B. So if you take a look at this, we already have our arcs. What are the arcs is that it's both the angle in the middle and also it represents the arc that's from A to B. So let's say we have arc AB being the value of 50 degrees. The way we'll be writing it will be, measure, so M standing for measure of AB. You have a curved line on the top to indicate it's the arc instead of a segment. And you just say MAB equals 50 degrees. And let's say we have another point on here, also on the circle, and we call it C. In this case, we'll be able to have a different arc. So the MAB part is only from A to B, but because this is a circle, so you can also go from another direction. So let's say if you go A and then all the way through C and then all the way to B. So this is a different arc. And obviously the value for this arc wouldn't be the same as the 50 degrees because it would look bigger. So in this case, M of ACB, this one would equal to, do you remember what's the value for the whole circle? Any circle that goes all the way around, it's 360. So the whole thing is 360 and that part is 50. So if you do 360 minus 50, this arc here will be 310 degrees. Like that. So to summarize it, basically we'll always be able to have two different arcs given one of the values. So the smaller one, the one that's smaller than 180 degrees, we call this a minor arc. And any arc that's bigger than 180, we call this a major arc. And take a guess, what would we call it if it's 180 exactly? If it's exactly 180 degrees, we call this a semicircle. Alright, I have a lot of different examples to show you, so let's get started. Alright, example 1. Name the minor arc. I can't spell minor. Minor arc and major arc. So here we have a circle and then we have, this is 170, C, and then we have P, N, M. Alright, so whenever we start with a problem like this, we always look at, is 170 bigger than 180? Obviously it's not. So in this case, from M to N, the 170 part, this part would be a minor arc. So if you write the minor arc, you'll be writing M of arc MN. It equals to 170 degrees. And then we moving on to finding the major arc. So the major arc, you can either call it MPN, or if you want, you can call it NPM. It doesn't matter which one you start with, but keep in mind because P is in the middle of M and N, so you have to put P in the middle for the arc. So we can call it measure of MPN, and it would equal to, again, you would use 360 minus 170, which would be 190 degrees. So that's how you find it. It's pretty much similar to the definition we just talked about. So just keep in mind, it's always 360 for any circles. And all circles would look similar to each other because they're all circles and there's no weird shape to a circle. It's only the size difference. So that's why they're all similar, but not necessarily all congruent. Alright, let's do a second example. For example 2, we have a circle here. Let's say this is the center. This is not a good drawing. I probably need to redraw it. Okay. Center. Alright, and then we have this is P. This is 42. R. Q. S. T and S. Alright, so we're finding a couple of values and we're finding RS and then QRS and then QST and then QT. Alright, so whenever you're given a circle with either one value of the arc given or a bunch of values, the recommended step 1 is always to try to ignore what the problem is asking you, but try to figure out every single value of the arcs you have inside the circle. So here, because this part is 42, what will be this part? This will also be 42, right? Because they are vertical angles. Keep in mind, vertical angles equal each other. Then we need to figure out what will be the value from Q to T. So what will be the value for this one? In order to find this, if you look at it, QS is a straight line, and any straight lines would be 180. So if you do 180 minus 42, it will be 138. So this angle here is 138 degrees, and also vertical angle, so the top is 138 degrees as well. Now we figure out the basics, we can go back and try to figure out the problems. So RS from R to S, which is this one, there's no need to do more calculation, it's just 138. And then QRS. So QRS, so you start with the first letter, go through the second letter, and then end at the third letter. So for this part, it covers both the 42 and the 138 part. So you need to add them. It will be 180. And then QST, so it will be QST. So in this case, you would add 42 with 138, which is 180, and then plus another 42 here. So it's 222 degrees. And then the last part, arc QT, is just this area, so it's 138 degrees here. Again, try to figure out every single arc, and then you can try to add some of them, combine them to find out your answers. Alright, so let's do one more example and then I'll be done. Okay, so example 3, tell whether the arcs are congruent. So congruent means the same. We're trying to figure out whether two arcs are exactly the same. So for this part, you need to have the same radius and also you need to have the same degree measurement. And if you take a look at this, okay, let's try to do like two small problems. So the first one, you have one circle in like there's another circle and then they share the same center. And that's 85 degrees. Asking whether this arc and this arc, the two I highlighted in blue, whether they are congruent. So if you take a look at this, because they share the same angle, so they obviously have the same angle measure, but because one circle is smaller than the other one, so in this case, the arc inside would not be the same as the arc on the outside. So in this case, the answer would be not congruent. Alright, let's take a look at number 2. In this case, we have two separate circles. And here's the center. So they're both 180 degrees. However, one of the length is 10, the other one is 12. So in this case, you can see how they both have the 180 degrees. That means the degree part is the same. However, the diameter for this one is 10 versus the diameter for this one is 12. So if you're trying to figure out whether this arc and this arc are congruent, the answer will be no, they are not congruent, because you would always have to have the same value for both the angles and either the diameter or the radius. So let's say if I change this 12 to 10 as well, so let's say if this is 10, then the answer will be yes, they're congruent. Alright, that covers everything in this section. Please do your homework carefully and then let me know if you have any questions. See you guys next time. Bye.